Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. We have videos today from datingwright.
So you can't react to what I say to you, and you can't react to what I say to you. No, I can't react to what you say to me.
Okay.
All right? You're not the best I ever had.
You're not either.
I wish you were taller. Like, I like men that are, like, a lot taller than you.
I like women.
Now it just seems like you're just trying to tear the man down just because he can't say anything back or react, right? You tied his hands and you started berating him. This is what this you can't react thing is.
That have prettier toes. I wouldn't. Like, no.
Okay.
She can dish out, but can't take it back.
Okay. I can understand why your ex left you.
I like white girls more than black girls.
What is wrong with you? No, it's not funny. Like, that's not funny.
What are you talking? Isn't this the game? Alright, your turn.
Everything's fun and games until he tells the truth, right?
I don't have nothing else to do. Like, nothing.
Winner!
Yeah, it's never fun when the rabbit got the gun. She asked to play that game thinking that man was gonna fold. Ladies, be careful asking a man for honesty. You may just get a slice of humble pie instead.
Y'all, so a current man that I'm dating reached out to me and was like, he needed to talk to me about something that's been bothering him. So he said that he enjoyed dating me, but he does not enjoy the fact that I come to every date late. Now, honestly and truthfully, I do come to every date late on purpose because I'm a lady. And I feel as though
Oh, you do it purposely. Oh, you dirty.
a man should be there waiting on me. You need to be waiting on me. You need to be anticipating if I'm coming or not.
Oh my, the arrogant,
Jesus.
delusional force in this one is strong, guys.
You don't even got hair.
And it's like extremely late. I'll probably be like 15 minutes late. But it's the anticipation of me walking in, right? You need to have a table together and all this other kind of stuff. By the time I get there, I just need to walk in. Or you don't want to watch me walk? You ain't trying to see me walk?
These women's egos are just bigger than my body can ever, like, these women's egos are like the size of freaking the planet itself. Holy cow. You don't want to see me walk?
I'm trying to show you what I'm working with. And you worried about me being late. So I told him that I'm sorry that he feels that way. And that I'll do better with my time management skills. Y'all, I'm gonna come even later now. Just because you complain.
Yeah, we gotta blame the beta male simps for this one. Because, ma'am, you look nice, but you are pretty average looking. And there's no way I'm sitting an extra 15 minutes watching you walk in. Especially when she said
Hell no.
she's 15 minutes late on purpose.
Purpose. Oh,
Very disrespectful.
my
I hate
gosh.
dating as a woman in tech.
No
Because
respect.
if I try to date a guy in tech, they're typically really ugly and they have a whole bunch of nerdy interests that I can't relate to. There's some types of guys who work in tech who are attractive and we might have the same interests, but they think they are too smart and they are really full of themselves. And I don't like dating that type of guy either.
Do you think you're hot?
If I try to date someone who doesn't work in tech, but they aren't a high earner, they end up feeling too insecure and they aren't able to afford the type of things that I can, like fine dining and traveling. So dating as a woman in tech is not for the weak. If you are a woman in tech, let me know if you have had some good or bad dating experiences.
Guys, these average looking women got to be
Average? Dating right. You gave her too much charity on that one. We're talking about like a 2.
Stopped. Why are there so many below average looking women online trying to rage bait us into believing they are as confident as they may claim? But you know what? She probably is this confident and this arrogant to think she looked better than her counterparts in her job industry.
Dating as a woman tech is not for the weak.
Like your girlfriends, y'all can sit up and talk like that all you want. The second they hit the internet, niggas is looking like the ugly guys in tech don't want you.
I fear that the man I'm talking to, I'm his first baddie. I'm not saying like IG baddie. I hold my own.
What is the definition of a baddie? You're just a bad person and fat? Because you definitely fit those qualifications.
But if you know, you know.
People are having an absolute field day with this video.
But if you know, you know.
Well, I'm glad I could calm your fears because, trust me, I don't think that's the issue. This is why when girls make the content that they do, this is why it is harmful. Because I don't know if this was satire.
I blame men. I blame men. All the thirsty ass dudes that be in her DMs.
Being a baddie is a state of mind.
That lady who's getting fried on TikTok right now for calling herself her man's first baddie is a great example of a lot of what I talk about on this account. Please, please, please don't come on the internet gassing up your appearance if A, you aren't ready for the backlash, which I'm not saying that she wasn't, but still, this is just good general advice. And to B, understand that when you gas up the way you look online, people are going to look and search and scour for any minuscule imperfection on you. She's getting stitched right now. The stitches
Thank God my audience loves my gorgeous ass face.
are getting 1 million views. Comments got all types of photos and comparisons roasting her ass.
What do you do if your partner is amazing? Like, he's amazing emotionally, physically. Earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times.
Damn.
But he wasn't working for a couple of months. And I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown. And I just want to know, like, how long.
Tell me more about this 24 or grown. That's not me talking, that's the crowd. So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently. And I just want to know, like, how long do I wait before I feel appreciated?
That lady got on that live pod.
He took care of you and stayed with you when you had brain surgery and you don't feel appreciated? Yeah, this is why men have walked away. This is why you are the reason why I cannot argue for families. Women like you are the huge reason why I cannot argue genuinely for families, because I see videos like that and I'm just like, yeah, I totally understand.
Gas and told them people proudly that her boyfriend helped nurse her back to health after 2 brain surgeries, cleaned her, wiped her ass, and now that she's feeling all better and feeling grown at 24, she trying to figure out how long she got to stay with him until she could feel appreciated, because they haven't been going on dates because his money kind of slow right now.
This is at the point that we have to acknowledge people's capacities. Because while you were in your season of being taken care of, he was the one doing the nursing back to health, right? And he could probably still be trying to regain his capacity for himself after spending his year taking care of you. And as you've gotten able to be better and, I feel better now, I want to go on dates, he's trying to process what he just went through. So instead of you saying, how do I get to the space of me feeling appreciated, what have you done to show appreciation to your man for just nursing you back to health?
You said that
She just smiles. Like, they have no shame, guys. Look at that. She's just smiling. Like, no, if someone told me that harshly that I was an idiot, I wouldn't be smiling. I would definitely feel fucking ashamed of myself.
you're 24 and you're grown, right? I think this is exactly where you showing your age at. I want to offer that you learn the signs of a good man.
And they were so graceful to her while also getting in her ass. Because me, I would have said, bitch. And that's why I can't be on no podcast. Because I would have said, bitch, what do you mean? You don't feel appreciated. He wiped your ass.
But he wasn't working for a couple of months, and I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown, and I just want to know, like, how long.
I mean, it gets to a point. She went on to say that this man has not worked for 3 months, and because of that, he's not been able to take her on a date, so she doesn't feel appreciated. This man sat by your side when you had 2 brain surgeries and could have died from it. He even washed your ass, and you don't feel appreciated because he can't take you on a date. If anything, you don't appreciate that man. The fact that he doesn't have a job right now, which who knows, he probably lost his job because he had to sit by your side through 2 different brain surgeries.
Yeah.
How about you?
I can totally see a man losing his job for exactly that.
You take that man on a date to show him some appreciation for what he did for you.
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, guys. That man did all of that for her, and she's ready to leave him at the drop of a hat. And it all falls
Because he doesn't take her out.
back to my favorite 80s song where how it go, what have you done for me lately? Unfortunately, that's how some women see it. If there's no romance, no catering to her, catering to doing things that she want to do, like going out on dates, eating, she look like she likes to eat. So if there's no constant
dating right, come on, man,
romance, she's no longer happy, and she no longer wants to be with that man. Hopefully that man see this and hear about her behind, because he,
I mean, I guess brain surgery didn't make it so you couldn't eat.
need to get away from this one.
I was a gentleman. Perfect goddamn gentleman. I was a perfect goddamn gentleman. For them bitches to turn around and try to spit on me and dirty Mac on my name. Bitch, I gave you gas money that I can't.
Majority of women want the finished product of a man, which is why I'm not knocking why men just want to be left alone these days. Women only want the man that's just going to kiss their butt 24/7, get down on their knees and just beg for them, provide for them, just do all things. And I'm not saying you have to take a man that's not doing anything for you. But it's just like, men that go through stuff too. Like they also have to walk around like a rock 24/7. So sometimes I feel like it's not a bad thing. Like, again, don't get no man that just treats you like crap.
Sure.
But sometimes it's okay for a man to not like give you the world right then and there. Like, I find, to each his own, I find nothing wrong with just riding the wave with a man. If you like him and he like you and he's going through stuff, you can just ride the wave with him. Like, you don't gotta pin titles on nobody and make people do something they don't want to do. Talk to them all day, all throughout the day. You can do little checkups here and there, but like, I just feel like I dealt with being possessive, and I dealt with being like, I had control issues and I wanted to have control over everything. I'm an avoidant and an anxious person at the same time. Like, and I had to learn so much that like, people are going through things, and just because you expect someone to act a certain type of way doesn't mean that you're always going to get there.
Now, she bring up a good point here, because I remember my ex-girlfriend, when we would get into arguments, she would tell me how she want me to respond, things that she want me to say. And I will always say to her, like, no, I don't want to respond that way. I'm my own man. I'm going to be me in this relationship, especially when I was never disrespectful with her. And I was always cool with it, but it was psycho into a point of, you know, if I didn't text her at work at a certain time, you know, it was an issue. And when I would talk to her later, she would try to come at me about it like I was her son or a child. All in all, be careful of possessive women who want to change you or want you to move and act a certain way.
And dealing with men, you have to just be understanding to them and give them a safe place. A lot of women completely forget the part of being a safe place for a man, because they just want whatever they want out of him. And they expect him to just be able to perform 24/7 like it's a fucking show. And then when they get done performing, it's just like, What about them? Like, we completely forget about them and their needs and what they want, what makes them happy. Like, I'm not saying be with a man that treats you like crap and whatnot, but I think that we have to be a little bit more understanding to good men only. Okay, we have to be a little bit more understanding to the things that they might go through mentally, physically, spiritually, on their own day-to-day basis. These people lose people. People have deaths around them. Okay,
We do.
like, you can't just expect somebody to perform to your standards 24/7. That's not realistic at all whatsoever.
That's a good way to say about it. Like, you can't expect others to perform the way you want them 24/7 because you can't even expect that from yourself, right? Do you expect yourself to perform every exact way, every task to the T? No, you fail too. Other people are just as human as you.
Okay, so we definitely have to do a better job of that, because no.
Nothing pisses me off more than when a man that looks like the shit on the bottom of my shoe is like, hey, can I take you out?
And that's what I mean by delusion. That's what I mean by delusion. That's why a lot of you are still single. That's why y'all be getting cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
Because you refuse this guy who asked you out properly because he ain't that cute. Yeah, you're gonna go out.
It's not even that he ain't that cute. She called him scum with the bottom of her shoe.
With the fucking bum who probably has like a six-pack, got no fucking job, ends up cheating on you.
Yep.
Then you complain that all men is shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk about how men need to love women no matter what, how they look, how they act. You need to love them. Some of y'all need to get the fuck out of this delusion, honestly, and grow the fuck up and get rid of that nasty ass entitlement that y'all have. This shit is sickening.
Man, I love her accent. And correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but that's an Italian accent.
I believe it is, good sir. It's like she sounds Sicilian to me.
I'm guessing. But it's glad to see that women are seeing what's going on and they see why men are just as frustrated.
All these women online are keeping y'all single because you're waiting for a small population of men to come and like whisk you off of your feet, and like they're not coming because you're not in the right place. Or that type of man is just not looking for you. And that's the unfortunate truth. I think we need to start dating with the intent of like looking at the future, not this quote unquote ideal that we have in our heads, whatever fantasies we like that TikTok has shown us about like what love is, when half of it's a bunch of curated nonsense. We're always looking for passion and butterflies and excitement. And in reality, you should be with somebody that makes you feel calm. You should look for the person that makes you feel at ease. You want to pick the person that you can be around for a week and never get sick of them. You feel safe with them. You feel like you can trust them. When they're with you, you feel like you can take on the world. That's the person that you need to be looking for. And also get real with yourself about who you actually are. If we're on TikTok all the time, we're watching other people's lives, we're perceiving that as the expectation instead of us looking at what do I actually want, what do I actually need. And when you get off the phone, you actually start living your life and like dating people and being present without all this crap in your head, you're going to start to realize, oh wait, what I want is actually real simple. And the person that you're going to end up with is the person that then will go out of their way to show you consistently that they are the one.
That's right, ma'am. But I think the problem with modern women today is, especially when they get in a relationship and call themselves not happy anymore, I think there's a part of them that always feel as though they can find something better.
Yes.
Or maybe they always feel like they, settled.
We call it the Eve syndrome. It's just not enough.
Let other single women get in their head and tell them, don't never settle and all this crap. And a lot of them run off great men that they had when they're younger. And they get older and look around and those men are gone. And the guys that they had fun with have used them and wiped them to the side. And they end up old and bitter and alone one day.
Today we have religion hoes. Now, there's multiple different types of religion hoes, but mainly the ones I'm talking about are the ones that become overly religious out of nowhere. So, the natural life cycle of a hoe is they do some hoe shit, then they do some more hoe shit, then they feel bad about hoe shit, then they become super overly religious, right? And this graph was also provided by the TZG Institute of Societal Change. Shout out to them as always. They do an amazing job over there.
Shout outs to you guys.
This is the natural life cycle of a hoe. Okay? So, the becoming religious part is what you need to look out for. Because overly religious is their final form. This is their Charizard. This is their Blastoise. Once they've already been ran through and already made all the mistakes and don't want to be accountable for any of it, they throw that fucking Jesus patch on it, that Jesus Band-Aid, and think they can just start brand new. And they're going to find some guy who's also religious and fool him into believing that now she's some godly woman.
Yep.
And don't let this fool you. Right? You still need to look.
I mean, that's who it fools the most, is those really godly guys that don't know any better.
Tendencies. And you still got to dive into the past. Just because she's in church, that don't mean she's a great lady. You got to do your own research.
Thanks, Coach. I know for me, when I do meet church women, I always ask them, how long have you been in the church? And, you got a lot of them that'll be like, oh, for the last year or two. And at that point, I know exactly what category and what box to put them in. Because I think we all as men should prefer to date Christian women who have been in the church since day one, like since they was younger. But yeah, guys, be careful of religious church jazzy bells.
It's funny because you never hear any of these women like, I'm a Buddhist now, right? It's always Christianity that's like the one that gets used and abused the most.
Let me give you the game since your daddy didn't give it to you. If you want a woman to really, really, really like you, stop giving her your feelings. Stop expressing your deep, passionate care or love or like for her. It is a scientific fact that women are more attracted to men whose feelings towards them is unclear. Let me say it one more time. You might have missed it. It might have went over your head. It is a scientific fact that women are more attracted to men whose feelings towards them is unclear. Be unclear. Stop dropping to your fucking knees, expressing your deep, passionate love for this woman.
The late, great Patrice O'Neal said it, right? Why do you still have the boat? So you know I can still fish.
All right? You just have to act like, hey, it is what it is. If you want to call it nonchalant, call it nonchalant. But stop pouring your heart out to women. When you pour your heart out to a woman and try to be a good man, you get fucked over every single time. It might not happen the first month. It might not happen the first year. But eventually it will happen because she's certain about where she stands with you. You don't want a woman certain about where she stands with you, bro. You want her constantly questioning. Do he really like me? Do he really love me? Is he talking to other women? Is he fucking with other women? That's what you want, bro. If you want that woman to chase your validation.
It is a toxic way to go about this. I'm gonna definitely agree with this, but it is the way that works.
I'm telling you, bro, stop saying, oh, you're so beautiful. Stop with all of the compliments.
Agreed.
You feel what I'm saying? If a woman show up on a date, stop saying how beautiful she is. She done heard that shit 1,000 times this week, bro. Compliment the dress. Compliment the material of the dress. I'm trying to give you the game. Oh, that's some good material. You know what I'm saying? But don't compliment how she looks. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, my God. My goddess, my queen. Stop it, bro.
Agreed.
Nothing dries a woman up more than that simp, beta male, Mr. Nice Guy shit.
I can tell you guys now, I do not compliment women's looks, even the women I go out with. I just don't compliment looks in general. Like, it's just something I don't care to compliment. I'll compliment your shoes, your clothes, or whatever it is. Maybe even a whole style, but I've never said, oh yeah, you're so attractive. Oh, I love your boobs, or you have a nice ass. I don't say any of those things because you don't need to. Just have normal conversations about them. They're normal, regular people too. Just because they're women doesn't mean you have to tell them they're beautiful all the time.
Now, I know some of you guys don't want to believe that or don't like to hear those red pill and manosphere talking points, but unfortunately,
I said it. It's a toxic way to go about it, but it works because it's been proven.
Fortunately, this man is right. It is just the nature of some women since the beginning of time.
Yep.
And he's definitely talking about when you first meet a woman on the first date, the second date. You don't need to be praising her with all these compliments. She's already heard those things. She knows she looks nice. But if you show her a little bit of mystery about yourself, make her try to figure you out, that's gonna make her just more interested in you. But anyways, we're not gonna get into that. You guys have heard all those talking points before. But you guys be sure to drop a comment down below.
What's that one saying? Game is game. You know, like, it is. The game can be very manipulative, horrible, but it's the game itself. Women can do horrible things, men can do horrible things. They do it to each other and they play this dance and see who wins the dance afterwards. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.